Bam! What is going on, traders? Good morning to you. It's Friday morning, January 11th, 2019. Nick in the house. Good morning to you, brother. Wish you maximum profits today as well. So we got a few announcements today. It is Friday. What is Friday? You know, Fridays is lighter volume oftentimes. I always wondered, you know, when people said that, if it was how true that was, but you can see it in the markets. Volume fades off quicker. You can see it in here, you know, normally around 9:15, 20, when everyone starts waking up and getting in the live stream, we have about 30 or so people in here, but usually Fridays is a little lighter. Short for sure, good morning to you. Good to see you in here today. Short for sure, you told me you were going to CMEG as well, right? So I got a few announcements today to make as well. I'm going live on Monday. Wired out funds on Wednesday. I emailed CMEG, going to open up the account. Everything's going to be good to go on Monday morning. And I'm going to come out with a video on that as well today. Probably about 30 minutes after, the live stream here today. I'll come out with a video going over Monday, what I'm looking at there as far as that goes. As far as going live there. Also, guys, the 30 for 30, that's in the description today. Today's going to be the last day on that. I'll go over that at the end of the stream as well when we have some more people in here. But this is the last day to get the opportunity to get the scanners, the 30 for 30 deal. So go ahead and jump on that and take advantage of it. And cool, sure for sure, happy for you, excited for you as well. Top quality cabinets in the house. Good morning to you. It's Friday morning. We got a few good stocks to keep an eye on. I definitely want to go over. I think there's some good opportunities on today. Fridays are typically kind of fun because there's not a lot of new opportunities. Oh, Nick's got the scanners. He said they're good. Awesome, dude. Excited for you. And guys, if you get the 30 for 30 today as well, you know, hit me up anytime. I would love to assist you, help you get those set up on an individual basis. So let's get into today. Friday, what's going on? We got one stock that's popping up. If you guys see on the gap up scanner, FTK, this is up 110% nearly. What is going on here? They had an acquisition deal on FTK. That's why we're getting a lot of volume. There's not a whole lot of PRs out today. And why is that? Why is that for FT? The FTK is one of the only ones with a PR. Most companies, they know what's going on Fridays. Most people are starting their weekends early. Maybe their wife and their friends are at the spa, or they're getting their martini Friday started a little early. Who knows what's going on? But people get their weekend started a little early on Fridays, and that's why we're not seeing a lot of PRs out there. FTK with the acquisition, This is one of the only ones we're seeing today. This is a 50 million in float stock. How do I find that out? Go over here to the quick look. Over to the quick look on ISW. 50 million in float estimated. It's a little bit higher in float than what I typically like, but this is what we're working with today. This is our top gainer on the gap up watch list. This is where most eyes are at. If we look at the past chart history on FTK, what do we notice here? FTK, it's actually got a nice little move going on pre-market. I want to go over that. Something for you guys to be your belly Friday. Killing me, Nick. Short an FTK at $3. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's take a look at the past chart history on FTK. And what the first thing I noticed on this was every time it gets up, of course around this 50-day, is when it starts pulling back. Right now it's up near the 200-day. I agree with Nick. I think this one is going to start pulling back because the biggest day we've seen on this was this green candle right here where it made a 50-cent move. Whoa, guys. Whew. Hold my beer. 250 from $2. So yeah, we don't see, you know, the range on FTK is not very large. We don't see this one making the largest moves in the world. But with that said, let's take a look at what it's doing in pre-market right now. And I really wanted you guys to pay attention to this pattern right here. Go ahead and post it in chat, guys. What is this pattern that we saw in pre-market? It's a go-to pattern. This one right here is the symmetrical triangle pattern. Bingo. Man, people do take Fridays off, don't they? Yep, so this one is the symmetrical triangle pattern on this one. Let's pull up a chart on it. And what do we see? The symmetrical triangle is when you both have higher lows and lower highs forming. Alright, what differentiates this from the ascending triangle is the ascending triangle doesn't necessarily make lower highs. But this one does. It forms just that it starts squeezing really tight together. You guys notice when it starts breaking out? And what happens after that? This looks exactly the same as FTK, doesn't it? Oh, could be. Didn't get a notification this morning. I'm not changing anything. What is going on here? What is going on? Oh shoot! You know what? Oh my god. Okay. One second, guys. Technical issues. You want me to keep going? Forget all the other people. Now I made the video I made today. I made unlisted, so it's hidden right now. But that might have affected the live stream today, thinking that this video is unlisted as well. I don't know. I'm just pulling that up really quick. Now it says public. This video is public for everybody. Strange. Alright, we'll keep going. We will keep going. Yep, so symmetrical triangle right here looks exactly like this, guys, doesn't it? So now we're going to start seeing a pullback. And what could happen here? So let's take a look at the chart. We could extend this to the right. Extend it to the right when we could see a bounce off of this around 275 VWAP and trend line. You guys know I love multiple areas of support. So we could see a bounce off of that. So Nick, I know you're wanting to short this. If you short it at $3, I think that you know, certainly see how it's going to react around 275 because that's definitely going to be, you know, $quarter support, VWAP support. We got trend line support. A lot of areas of support right there on FTK. So we will keep that on watch. You know, what is no notification? That's interesting. Well, if people want to show up, they know where to go. They know where it's happening. That's FTK, guys. I hope you are well prepared for that one. Let's continue down the list. There's a lot of good opportunities today. On Fridays, oftentimes. Oh, and FTK is actually shortable with TD Ameritrade. Interesting. Very, very interesting on that. Alright, let's continue down the list on today. I think there's going to be some of the recent plays that are going to get some of the volume, some of the attention. Let's go ahead and go over AXSM. This is the one I traded yesterday. And guys, what do I have to say about AXSM? This one, you dirty dog. So what I was looking for on AXSM yesterday was, of course, the red to green move, which is done the last few days in a row. Did I get in early on it? Yes, I did. I had this trend line drawn where it bounced right off of, but I didn't think it was going to retrace its move all the way down to 625 and then do the red to green at that point. Obviously, I was wrong there. Got it a little bit early. Ended up doing that red to green move. This one still has potential. Could be forming a head and shoulders. It's got a 625 neckline on it. We'll see what this one's going to do, but I think if this one gets volume in it, which it's kind of perking up right now, if it ends up breaking 750, could retest yesterday's high around 780. We could continue to see volume moving into AXSM. This one's kind of doing its own thing, but yesterday was a prime example of me not being patient enough. So, you know, Monday, I've got to have some patience with these. Let them come to the trend lines, and if they don't, I don't trade them. I do not trade them. But that's what I was looking for, guys. So the first day this had a spike, we noticed back here on Monday, we had the pullback, red to green move, inverse head and shoulders, beautiful inverse head and shoulders around at 625. That's where it broke, did its red to green move. And then the next day, we did the same thing, pullback, red to green move, hit a high 916. That's what I was looking for on AXSM. Ended up working out fairly well yesterday after I sold my position. They said, market maker said, all right, Kevin's out. Let's move this baby on up. All right, what else do I want you guys to watch? IMPX, this one was very overcrowded yesterday, right? And nothing was really up on the gap up scanner until about 8:30. And then IMPX, this one got all the volume. Everyone moved into it because of what? The past chart history on it. It hit a resistance of 635. I didn't draw this after the fact, guys. If you remember from the live stream yesterday, I was actually talking about 525 being that level of resistance. If we pull up the chart, on this, yeah, we got 525 is very solid resistance on it. So go ahead and draw that line. We saw it hit several times in this past chart history. That's exactly where it went to. Ended up being a good short around those levels. IMPX, the only reason I have this on watch right now is still holding up around that $4 level. Kind of in a channel right now if you want. From here to here, around $4. It's holding up right now still. This one, people would still get excited about. If nothing else is really moving in pre-market, people are going to go to, you know, what's the next thing? Chat room's going to end up pumping IMPX, and then all the volume's going to end up going over there again. This one I just want you to keep on watch for volume. If it ends up breaking previous close of day around 435.40, we could see volume start moving back into this. Could be another potential play. You know, just keep that 525 level resistance in mind on this one. It's IMPX. Just a lot of these that I go over, we're just watching. You know, I have about 6 stocks on the watch list, and we're seeing what's going to get the volume, what's going to get the attention. Short for short, AEHR. You're pulling that up. What's your question on this one? Closed around $2 yesterday. After hours did not do so well for it. It's got some pretty tough resistance over it. Volume's light on it. Got a little overextended yesterday. That's why we're seeing the pullback on it. Came right back under that 50-day. Couldn't break that one. On that one. So I think AHAR is dead. Let's continue down the list, guys. SAEX. Gotta keep SAEX on watch. What's going on with SAEX? This one has been a play the last few days. It's a $2 million in float stock. It's got pretty defined resistance at 475 on it. We'll take a look at the past chart history here. SAEX, this one could potentially get some more volume today. This is a past runner. Look at this pass, guys. This thing has gone to the moon. I think this one's done several reverse stock splits, so its pass chart history is a little messed up here. But the thing is, it has gone on supernovas before, and there's still attention here. It's got a nice little pattern to it right now. 475 held up on it very strong, so that's going to be a level that we have to break. This is pass chart history on it with where 475 held it up. The past few days. So what am I looking for on this? If this thing pulls back to 350, I'm going to probably be a buyer on it. We're going to see what it's going to do around 475. It has tested those areas the last few days. This one is a past spiker. It's got a history of ripping. People get very excited on stock like SAEX. Is it going to happen on a day like today on a Friday? Certainly could if it gets the volume. We'll see how volume is. If it's going to, everything's just going to fade on off very quickly. That's the thing. Today is a little iffy. Now, all the volume right now is on FTK. Do I think the volume is going to stay on FTK? No. I don't think FTK is going to get it. It's not a stock that people necessarily get very excited about. I can imagine FTK fading on off very quickly. SAEX, this one has ripped in the past. It's a lower flow. It's got defined resistance at 475. It's coming down to the trend right now at 350. We could see a bounce on that. That is where it has bounced off of the last few days, right down here to 350. We can get a bounce on that. But it recently just broke above the 50-day moving average. And what did it do last time it broke above the 50-day? Bada boom. Went up to that 200-day moving average at $29. These are kind of gravitational levels, guys. They're polarizing. Once you breach a certain level, let's say 475 was resistance on SAEX. So this one gravitates to 475. I mean, it just, that's what happens on these stocks. When they break a certain level, they pull to the next resistance level. We broke to the 50-day. There's still good attention. There's good volume in on SAEX. It's coming back down to the trend right now. We'll see if volume's going to continue to move into this. Volume's a little strange on this one. If we look at the last few days, this is all I'd say on this one. This is what I'd say. If we look at yesterday on SAEX, price action is just kind of strange. We get big volume spike, no volume, big volume spike, no volume, big volume spike, no volume, big, I mean, so what's the game plan here? Let's find that big volume spike, and we can get a little meat of the move, right? Ride it a little bit up. So that's SAEX. We'll look for some volume to move into that as it's coming down to the 350 trend, 475 resistance. We'll keep that one certainly on watch. Now, what's another one we've been looking at? We've been keeping our eye on VT. This one is sitting right under resistance. I like that, fellas. I certainly like that. Let me pull these off my chart really quick. Show trades. Traded this one quite a bit. VT. This one's kind of pulling back to the trend too. It's forming a higher low though. We're sitting right up where these upper shadows are, around $3, and that's good. And we're doing that creepily. The last few days, we've kind of creeped up to around that $3 area. And why is that good? Because if we faded down to 250, and then all the bulls came back in, and we have defined $3, $3.25 resistance, that's going to be much harder to break if we got that much to climb. But if everyone's pushing together on this stock right under resistance to break a certain resistance area, there's a much higher chance that this is going to be breaking out. So with VT, what's the game plan here? Guys, just keep this in mind. This trend line I got drawn right here, this could pull back to around 250 as well. This has nice 250 support on it, $half trend line. But also keep in mind that volume could move into this, and we could see, a nice little spike on VT. So these are just some stocks to keep on our watch list, guys. We got VT, AXSM, SAEX, IMPX. That one could get some more volume back in on it today, and FTK. There's a couple more we're looking at today as well. One second, guys. All right, let's see how FTK is doing. Okay, so FTK is trying to get a bounce right off that trend line. Yeah, so that, I mean, that's the picture I pulled up, guys. It's not rocket science. We see the symmetrical triangle. Let's pull it back up again. We get the breakout, and then this starts pulling back down, bounces right off the trend line, and continues its next leg on up, breaking that $3 and moving on up. That's what we're seeing here. Trying to get a little bounce off the trend line. See how this one's going to do at the open. I want to see how the price action is on this being at 50 million and flowing. Also, doesn't have a lot of range on in the past on FTK. It's got the acquisition deal. FTK is where all the volume is, so I would say keep this one certainly on watch to see how volume's going to be on it. Kind of to see if volume's going to move into anything else. Today is a Friday. I'm probably not going to trade today, guys. Got some things to do. I got a video for you guys about Monday morning. Make sure we're all prepared for that. But I want to make sure you guys are prepared for today. What else do I want you to pay attention to? Here's another sleeper that definitely could get some volume if FTK starts fading on off. Bulls are going to go elsewhere. CLPS, this one had a nice rip on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. Fade on off the day after that is holding its support rather nicely. He's got kind of a bull flag on the 5-day, if you will. Not a lot of volume in on this one, but if we do get volume, this is going to be a quick trade. It's going to be a nice trade, and it's going to be quick. CLPS, this is a very low float stock. If we end up breaking like 525 area right around here, I do suspect this is going to at least test 550. Potentially beyond that. So CLPS, just keep that on watch for volume. See if volume moves into that. Would you go long or short on FTK? Short for sure. FTK is up like 110-15%. This one's going to be a little overcrowded. The long opportunities on it was the symmetrical triangle here. I don't trade pre-market though. I've gotten roughed up in pre-market a few times, and also, from the chart we looked at, kind of bouncing off of this 280, 275 area. Those were the trades I would go for. I would not be buying a $3 break on this after it's already up 100 and some percent. It's very overextended. We're going to have a lot of shorts in on this, especially looking at the past chart history. 280 is our 200-day moving average. So we got a lot of support around this trend line. If I would trade this on the long side, it would be very tight. I would keep it very tight. It would be around this trend, around the VWAP, around 280, 200-day support. Also this level that we broke, around 275 back here. You see that? We got a lot of nice support around there. So if I was going to trade on the long side, it would be around those levels, and it would be a very tight stop. So I'd be risking very minimal for a lot more potential for an upside. I would definitely be scaling out around $3. $3 is going to be tough. If we break that, probably sell the rest at 310, 15 or so. That would be the long side of this. It's a 50 million float. I think it's going to be a little overcrowded at the start, and this is probably going to be a good short opportunity for shorts. I mean, there's nothing else. What do shorts look for in the morning? They look for stocks that are gapping up, that are getting overextended, so that they can short. FTK is certainly one of those. So there's going to be a lot of shorts in on this. I'm trying to look for where volume's going to go after this one gets shorted. Where's all the volume going to start heading after this one gets heavily shorted? And there's a couple good candidates. Some of my favorites. Already 923. Goodness gracious. SAEX. SAEX I want to watch. This one is a past, former supernova. It's gotten good volume the last couple days on it. I think SAEX definitely has potential on it. AXSM, that one I've lost twice on it. I don't know if I'm going to trade it, but there's still potential on AXSM as well. Watch AXSM for a 750 break to retest the high day yesterday at 780. That's AXSM. And then VTVT, that one is creeping up to resistance. It's got to get volume though. Guys, what is the last variable and the most important variable on all these stocks? It's volume. We got to have volume confirmation on the long side if we're gonna end up working out on these plays. SAEX, AXSM, VT. Those are probably my top plays to watch today. But of course, I'll keep FTK on watch to see how that one's gonna be doing, because what I just said, volume's the most important thing. If all the bulls are on the FTK and this one's breaking $3, going to the moon, the other stocks, I'm probably not going to trade them. We gotta have the bulls. Yeah, Nick, if you lose twice, I'd leave it alone. I know, but I'm so mad at it. I just want to revenge trade it, Nick. It frustrates me. AXSM. But that's going to be it today, guys. On the short side, there's a few candidates. If you want to short, FTK is shortable with TD. I could go for a short on that. EPZM's getting a little overextended. EPZM, that one's had many green days in a row. We got 1154 as the 200-day on it. Short for sure. Are you live yet at CMEG? Or you said you're going to be live in just a few days? Tame the wild horse. Yeah. Nick, I'm telling you, dude. If I was a little older and wiser, I think I'd be okay. But my emotions are what screws me up. There's a reason why older people manage money and younger people manage social media accounts. I wish I was older. Wish I was older. But when I go live, I am gonna be disciplined. I'm telling you guys that now. We got 4 minutes until the market opens. Any questions at all, traders, before we go live here for the market opens on up? I will be coming out with that video shortly. Any questions at all? FTK, we're going to see how this one's going to do at the open, of course. It's right off that trend line right now. I think this is pretty steep. So this is going to be very testy around this area. Nick, love the show. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate the support. Hey, it was only the boys today. It was the devoted guys. I don't know what, I gotta go. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you guys didn't get a notification. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's a little irritating. But FTK, guys, we'll keep this one on watch. It's right around that trend line. See what this is going to do, how it's going to react around these levels. This one's going to be pretty overcrowded. But with that being said, guys, we got 3 minutes until the market opens on up. Trade safe today. Trade safe today. Do manage your risk very, very well. Fridays usually is quick. People trade and then end their days. But we're going to wrap everything up for today, guys. Again, today's the last day for the 30 for 30. For the scanners, that's going to be in the description below. Sign up for it today. It's going to be the last day for it. Stu, sometimes YouTube just screws things up, not sending out notifications. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know. But hey, you guys are family. You're here no matter what, so I appreciate that. That's awesome. This is the best part of my day here. Alright, guys. If not, we're going to see you Monday morning. How does Fridays get here so quick? I don't know. Seemed like Monday was just here yesterday. Man, trading. Getting into the stock market, guys. I mean, my life's going to be over with before you know it, because these weeks just fly by. They'll be throwing a toe tag on me before you know it. These weeks fly by. I need to find a job that I hate, I guess. Savor my life. Alright, guys, we will see you Monday morning.